Am I the idiot for wearing a tight dress despite my friend asking me not to? I, female 20, and my friends, female 22, and female 22, are currently on vacation. For the sake of the story, I will call them L and K. L, K, and I all decided that while we are on vacation, 1 week, we would go clubbing as much as possible. All of my friends know that I have a feminine sense of style. My entire wardrobe consists of pink, mini skirts, dresses, heels, and lots of jewelry. Not once has this ever seemingly been a problem with my friends, at least none that was mentioned directly to me. When you go clubbing, most people tend to wear tight outfits, so my suitcase was packed with several outfits meant for clubbing. Last night, after spending our day by the pool, I started Googling clubbing places near us and broached the topic of starting our first night partying. All seemed excited, so we all headed up to our room to start getting ready. I was just about done with my makeup and hair when I grabbed the dress I was planning on wearing, and suddenly the mood felt extremely sour. For sake of full clarity, it's a very short pink leather dress. Kay spoke up and mentioned that I should probably pick another outfit. I asked her why, and she said since we are all going together, none of us should try to outdo each other. I explained that I'm not trying to outdo anyone and just liked my dress. Elle sided with her, saying that I was clearly trying to one-up the both of them and was acting like a pick-me. I told them I'm wearing the dress no matter what, and I was sure they would look just as if not more beautiful than me in their outfits. They barely talked to me for the remainder of getting ready and split up from me the moment the Uber dropped us off. It's Tuesday and they are still being cold/short with me. I kind of want to go home, but I'm curious if I'm being an overdramatic idiot. Am I the idiot? Edit. Even if you don't agree with how they handled it, please refrain from overly harsh insults towards them. Nobody is perfect, and hurling insults towards/about them does not make it any better. Edit 2. I am seriously considering going home. I got up this morning, and when I went to get dressed after my shower, I found that several of my clothes had been vandalized. 2 of my tops have been torn, a skirt of mine is completely butchered, a couple of my dresses look like they went through a wood chipper, and a pair of my heels has toothpaste squirted into the base. Both of them are denying they did it. Honestly, I am just beyond crushed that they did this to my clothing and don't even have the nerve to admit it. It genuinely makes me want to cry. Now for a few comments before the update. Not the idiot. It's normal to want to look good when you go out clubbing, and dressing up and doing your makeup has nothing to do with trying to one-up other people. If your friends have a problem with you wearing flattering outfits to the club with them, they have their own insecurities to sort out. Comment 2. Not the idiot. Yikes, your friends left you alone somewhere where you are a visitor because they didn't like your dress. You can wear what you want. True friends lift each other up so they don't abandon them because of their own insecurities. Now for the update. Well, it's been some time since my original post, so I thought it would be a good time to update after I gave myself time to process. I want to start with the statement that I am no longer friends with either L or K. After reading the comments under my original post, I realized how crappy what they did was and that it put me in danger. The night after they vandalized my stuff, we went out to breakfast, and I let them know that since I am the only person whose name is checked in on the hotel and my boyfriend paid for it, they both had 5 hours to pack and find another place to stay, or they could talk it out with me and pay for the clothes/shoes that they damaged. This was not met kindly, and both of them started cursing me out and telling me I was a selfish, conniving, snake-ass bitch. I told them that it was their choice to destroy my clothes, and all I wanted to do was to talk it out with them and figure out why this had to happen in the first place. I didn't get a straight answer other than I'm a selfish pick-me who doesn't deserve anything I have. So, I took it as them giving me my answer. Luckily, they were not difficult besides some passive-aggressive comments. I enjoyed the rest of my vacation as best as I could given that I was alone. Luckily, a lot of the local women were extremely kind and chatted with me wherever I was, so it didn't feel as bad. I've been home for a little less than a week and have received several nasty text messages from both L and K plus some mutual friends. I've spent most of this week trying to come to terms with the fact that I am losing several friendships over this. Thanks for all the help though. The comments really gave me solid advice and the guts to actually stick up for myself in this situation. Edit. I forgot to mention this, but to the one person under my original post who said they would try to sleep with my boyfriend, they did. The day after we got home, my boyfriend showed me a text I sent him. Basically, it was a lengthy text message about how I'm only with him because he has money and that they should meet up for coffee so she could show him he deserves better. That is ironic for 2 reasons. I was with/loved him the same while he was a broke college student working retail, and my family got him the job he has now. Comment 1. I guarantee you they did not tell the true story to your mutual friends. You might want to set the record straight. Then the original poster responded with, honestly, after thinking about it, I am deciding not to. If they were good friends, they'd reach out and ask themselves before hurling insults at me about how I'm a slut or whore. Especially because they know my character. I have never left my friends high and dry. If they needed me, I was always there. Even if they needed me now in a bad situation, I would never turn them away. I have always and will always show them love and compassion. It says a lot that the one time I need them they aren't here. Comment 2. You're the idiot. Wow, just when I thought you couldn't get any worse, you proved me wrong. You are the epitome of a self-absorbed and vengeful person. Instead of taking the high road and trying to repair the friendship, you decided to exact revenge on your former friends by kicking them out of the hotel and demanding they pay for the damaged clothes. While their actions of vandalizing your belongings were wrong, your response was disproportionate and malicious. You could have chosen to have a conversation, to find out what drove them to such extreme behavior, and try to work towards a resolution. Instead, you chose to play the role of the vengeful queen, kicking them out and demanding payment. And to top it all off, you had the audacity to throw in the unnecessary detail about one of them allegedly trying to sleep with your boyfriend. Not only does it seem like a petty attempt to tarnish their reputation, but it also shows your insecurity and pettiness. Now, for the next story. Am I the idiot for telling my dad who left me that I don't remember him? I'm female 15, and my father is male 46. My dad left the family when I was 7 without any explanation. He just vanished one day, and I've never seen him since. He left because of relationship issues with my mom. She was heartbroken, and waited 5 years for him to return, but in the end filed for divorce. Thankfully, she's over him now. To be honest, now 8 years after he left, I barely have any memory of him. Only some resentment for the years of suffering he put my mom and sister, female 19, through. They tried and tried to contact him, but he'd never respond. I can't remember his voice, personality, or even face much. Last week, he texted my mother and said he wanted to meet, after 8 years of disappearance. My mom agreed. We arranged a meetup at a nearby restaurant. My sister was so nervous/excited, but I realized I felt nearly nothing. He arrived, and my mom and sister started crying. He cried too, at the sight of his beloved daughters. He saw that I looked quite emotionless, and said, "Don't you miss your dad?" I replied honestly that I didn't remember him. He left so long, it's like I barely knew him. He was so shocked and hurt. Eventually, he cut off our meetup early, claiming he had to work. My mom and sister were so mad, they blamed it on me. My mom said that my sister's been waiting to see her dad for so long, but I had to make a stupid remark and make him leave a second time, asking how I could behave like this towards my dad. Telling me that I'm a selfish witch and idiot. I'm sorry that he cut the meetup short, cause I knew my sister missed him so damn much. But to be honest, I don't feel bad for saying the truth. Am I the idiot? Now for a few comments before the update. Not the idiot. If he's going to leave again because his daughter told him the truth, they're better off with him gone. Comment 2. Not the idiot, you're the selfish one. He walked out with no explanation when you were only 7 and showed up 8 years later thinking everything is going to be all okay, and yet you are selfish for not remembering him. I'm in shock. I'm even more shocked that your mom and sister are with him on the playing happy family in a sense, rather than ripping him a new one for what he did. Edit. Someone made the very good point that the dad was gone from Opie's life. Longer than he has been there. It makes total sense that he wouldn't be remembered. Now for the update. Hi. It's me again, but now I'm 1 year older, and a bit wiser I hope. It's been a few months since I initially posted, so here's an update on how my life's going. First, I no longer feel bad about making my dad leave the meetup since he somehow reconciled with both my mom and sister. Here's how it happened. In mid-April, he came to our house to see my sister on her birthday. He bought a ton of gifts and said a lot of sappy words, which of course, won my mom and sister over. He tried to talk to me calling me his darling baby and precious little girl. However, when he realized that I truly did not see him as a father, he left. In June, he visited again. I confronted him and asked why he suddenly wanted to be so involved in the family. After leaving for 8 years. He said that he never forgot about us and always felt so guilty about leaving. That he needed to see us again because we were the most important people in his life. I demanded to know why he left then. His exact answer was, "Baby, when I was in a relationship with your mom, things got difficult. Things like that happen in relationships and Daddy needed a break. It doesn't mean Daddy doesn't love you." I thought it was utter bullshit. I said, "If you needed a break, you could have talked things out with Mom. You could have even filed for divorce. But instead you walked out and left without a trace like a freaking coward." He tried to convince me that I wouldn't understand these kinds of things, but I wouldn't hear him out. He dodged my questions and eventually got so frustrated that he left again. In July, which is my birthday month, he visited on my birthday. In a very passive-aggressive manner, he said he wanted to take my sister and Mom out to a restaurant. "To catch up with Daddy?" my sister asked. "You are not taking her." "Me too," he responded. "My name is very temperamental with Daddy. Can you tell her that Daddy loves her? She won't understand." I find it very weird and slightly disturbing that he is still talking to us like we're little kids despite me being 16 and my sister being 20. My sister and mom were hesitant about leaving without me, but eventually they went. They came home to celebrate my birthday with me, but I still thought it was hurtful they went in the first place. Our family hasn't heard from my dad all August, despite my sister trying to reach out to him. Of course, they are putting the blame on me for giving him the cold shoulder. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. By the way, I'm so thankful to all the commenters. If it weren't for them, I'd probably still be feeling guilty and sad. Have a great day. Comment 1. There's something seriously wrong with your father. I'm so sorry. I hope you have support and counseling. Comment 2. Your father is so hurtful to the rest of you. That birthday stunt he pulled was vindictive and nasty. It's also terrible that your mother and sister are taking out their hurt on you. I'm sorry that all 3 of your family members are acting irrationally, and it's good that you can see the situation for what it is. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to drop a like. It really helps the channel grow. See you next time.